African Tourism Board wants WTTC to resolve internal issues. Cuthbert Ncube, chairman of the African Tourism Board, speaking also for the World Tourism Network Africa chapter, issued an open appeal directed to the Honorable Chairman of the World Travel and Tourism Council, Arnold Donald. Joint ATB and WTN statement. There has been excitement all over Africa in bringing the first World Travel and Tourism Council Summit to our continent. The 23rd World Travel and Tourism Council Global Summit will take place in Kigali, Rwanda, 1–3 November 2023, after it was officially announced in Riyadh in November. The Rwanda tourism community is already working hard to make this summit the best ever. WTTC's annual Global Summit is the most influential travel and tourism event on the calendar, and this year, industry leaders will once again gather with key government representatives to continue aligning efforts to support the sector's recovery and move beyond to a safer, more resilient, inclusive, and sustainable future. Manfredi Lefebvre, the Africa chair for WTTC, has been instrumental in reaching his hand out to Africa and bringing Rwanda forward to host this upcoming summit. Equally, CEO Julia Simpson has been seen as the influential woman leader in WTTC, moving this event forward. Recent news about Mr. Manfredi Lefebvre and with him Heritage Group operating Abercrombie and Kent Travel Group leaving the organization he proudly belonged to for more than 20 years is disturbing. Recent news about the disagreements within the top leadership in WTTC in London and other members, staff and associates are equally alarming. As agreed in Riyadh, the travel and tourism industry has to stand united, especially during the ongoing recovery from the COVID pandemic. This is even more important with armed conflicts spreading in Sudan. African Tourism Board and World Tourism Network united. The African Tourism Board and the World Tourism Network Africa chapter is appealing on all parties involved to resolve issues for the good of the organization and tourism as a sector. WTTC Chair Arnold Donald had announced the Rwanda Summit in Riyadh. This was met with great excitement at the Rwanda Development Board and tourism stakeholders in Rwanda and across the African continent. Hosting such a world event comes with enormous costs for our taxpayers and industry sponsors. WTTC Chairman Arnold Donald. We appeal on Mr. Donald to immediately take ownership of the situation at WTTC and do whatever is necessary to resolve it. All of us at the African Tourism Board, also speaking on behalf of the World Tourism Network Global Chairman Jürgen Steinmetz, like to see the private and public sector of the tourism industry come together in Rwanda in September to celebrate a united global tourism industry. Cuthbert Ncube, Chairman African Tourism Board.